Okay, so I'm going to be doing a quick record and example of how to do the switch pan. Right now we have a video clip, and this is the first one. Uh,
Can you do a whip pan with your cell phone and holding the phone yourself? Really? I didn't realize you could do that. Interesting. Can you can you do a whip pan holding your cell phone? Like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? Wow! I didn't know you could do that. That's crazy.
okay, so in the editing bay, the way it would look like, you want to do a cut right on the blurry part of it, not after it's done the motion. So for this particular case, I'm going to cut it right here, and if you can see here, I was off on when I cut. And if I zoom back out and I go back to the beginning, this is a brand new clip, by the way. And over here is the other clip, which you can see here that I'm cutting it at the wrong spot. It needs to be cut right when things get blurry. Right there. And then you need to cut it on the blurry way back. So this cut right here should not be there. Let me see if I can commit this back. So I did a join through edits, and what that does is it basically connects those 2 points. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Join through edits. Where is it? I had it a minute ago. I think it's because it's selected. Let's try this again. Join through edits. If you have a link selected, it won't do it. So this is the first clip, and what I've done is I've cut it during the blur. The next clip I'm going to pull up is going to be the other one, which is this one here. Okay, and if I pull this one up, it should show up here. There's the first one, there's the second one, and that's the piece that I want. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in to the edit. There we go, and I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see what I'm doing here. It's not what I wanted to do. I kind of messed up my workplace, so I'm just going to reset it. There we go. So let's spread some of this stuff out. So here's the first one that I want to do with the gap. And here's the second clip with the motion blur. So I'm going to just trim this down to here. And I'm going to move it here so you can see what it looks like.
Can you do a whip pan with your cell phone and holding the phone yourself? Really? Actually, yeah, you can do it. It's a possibility. You have to think about it, figure out how to do it, but yeah, it's doable. Yeah, it's doable.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack a few frames into the blur and do a cut on that shot there. So this is the first build of the whip pan right here. And I'm just going to move the audio in. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. This should be the tail end. Actually, this piece I don't need at all. I'm going to delete it. And here's my first whip pan sequence.
Can you do a whip pan with your cell phone and holding the phone yourself? Really? Actually, yeah, you can do it. It's a possibility. It's you have to think about it, figure out how to do it, but yeah, it's doable. Yep, it's doable. I didn't realize you could do that. Interesting.
And then here's the second one that I created, just to give you an example of variety that you can do in the shots. Here's the second piece.
Can you do a whip pan holding your cell phone? Like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you?
Okay, and there's the whip pan, and I'm just gonna,
Wow! I didn't know you could do that.
ignore
That's
the arm.
crazy.
So there's what I want. I'm backing up, and I'm going to trim all of that to that point.
That's crazy. Actually, believe it or not, it is a possibility, but you need to be very cautious. Think through what you're doing, and yeah, you can do it.
Okay, and then I'm going to go back to this point, do a cut, and this is our second whip pan example. Bam, move it in place, so that's all nice and neat. This little bit I don't need anymore, so I'm going to delete, and I'm going to move this in here as well. So here's take two.
Holding your cell phone? Like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? Actually, believe it or not, it is a possibility, but you need to be very cautious. Think through what you're doing, and yeah, you can do it. Wow! Yeah, really? Can you?
So there you go. Now, because this was done, I can duplicate this. I don't know if I can do a copy and a paste, and I can delete the middle point, and because I've done more than one take of this, right? So I'm going to see what the secondary take is that I've got, and it's right here. And I'm just going to quickly do what I did before, which is trim it down. And again, I'm catching it when we're doing the motion blur, so I'm going to just cut it. And I think I did it a third time as well, so I'm just going to do this 3 times. So here's the third time. I'm just going to cut it there. Delete this part because I don't need this part anymore. And move this off. So here's version 2. Version 3, technically speaking. And then I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to do a copy. Move it over here, paste, separate this out a bit, delete the middle part. This is where the middle part would come in. Cut it there. Did I do a fourth? Yeah, I did. All right, I'm a glutton for punishment. Here's the fourth one. I'm just going to prep it for when...
Focus your energy! Bye!
And there's the last one right there. Okay, and we'll delete this part here. You're looking at this going, what the heck's Mr. D doing? And the answer is I'm mass producing this effect. Actually, what I want to check is I want to make
Really?
sure...
Can you?
Yep, perfect. Version 3. And one more time with feeling. Version 4. And I'm going to split up the tail end of this edit, get rid of the middle, the Oreo filling of it, so to speak. Right? Put this all together. I'm not even going to look at it. I know I did it right, so I'm not going to worry about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly add, in between these edits, a little graphic. Take 2. That's good enough. Just move it into place. There we go. And then just trim this down. And I'm going to copy this and paste it. Take 3. Take 4. Take 5. So, how long is this duration for this clip? Let me double check. Yeah, it's up long enough. So I'm just going to edit this to take 3. You need to be on the text tool to do it, I guess. Nope. Be difficult. Oh boy. Where's the text? There we go. Take 3. Move all of this in place so that it ends right at the end. Go to the next one. Change this to take 4. Move everything. And then the last one. Here's the last one. And we're going to change this to take 5. So I'm just going to go to the end of this edit, click my out point. There's the full duration. I've gone above and beyond what you would do normally because I've done 5 different takes. But I'm going to go File and Render. So Export, Media. I'm going to call it, it's H.264 is the codec. I'm going to make sure I know where I'm rendering this out. And it's being rendered in my desktop switchpan thing. I'm going to call it Diamantis whip, because typically it's whippen underscore V01. Save, export, and now we're rendering it. When you're using the Media Encoder, you can shut down Premiere completely and just use Media Encoder to encode what you're doing. And I'm going to show you how to do the Media Encoder in case you're wondering. Okay, we're done. If I were to do it with Media Encoder, this is how I would do it, just so you're aware of it. Okay, let me click OK. But you would go File, Export, Media. Instead of going to export, you'd click Q, and that would open up Media Encoder. Okay? That's basically it. That's the core difference. So I'm going to file save this. I'm just going to save it because I know where it is. I'm going to close it off. I don't need it anymore. And here is the final whippan clip that I want to show you.
Can you do a whippan with your cell phone and holding the phone yourself? Really? Actually, yeah. You can do it. It's a possibility. You have to think about it, figure out how to do it, but yeah, it's doable. Yep, it's doable. I didn't realize you could do that. Interesting. Can you do a whippan holding your cell phone, like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? Actually, believe it or not, it is a possibility, but you need to be very cautious. Think through what you're doing, and yeah, you can do it. Wow! I didn't know you could do that! That's crazy. Can you do a whippan holding your cell phone, like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? What? Huh? What? Wow! I didn't know you could do that! That's crazy. Can you do a whippan holding your cell phone, like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? Sorry, what were you saying? Huh? Wow! I didn't know you could do that! That's crazy. Can you do a whippan holding your cell phone, like with your cell phone in your hand? Really? Can you? But of course you can do it. You just need to focus your energy. Bye. Wow! I didn't know you could do that. That's crazy.
There you go. And that's how you do a whippan.